Bum, 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 bum. Alright, normally they wouldn't want us to press on the first case, so I probably should just in case. But is there an option to allows or disables the skipping of unread text? Okay. Hi, I want that. I want that. Okay. Like this one, can I skip? No. But can I skip it if I go back? Yep, okay. Alright, let's reread these. I was ingesting a regulation beefsteak at the restaurant while having a technical discussion with the old man. Myself, I was extolling the virtues of particularly fine golden Kiro on the military gentleman. At the precise moment of firearms discharged, I observed the enemy action with my own eyes. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, shot in the chest. Oh god, which one do you present? Shot in the chest. This one doesn't say he was shot in the chest, but the other one does. I'm gonna present the photograph.
Yes!
Easy. Easy mode. We did it, boys. They're stunned in our awe. Sir, what are you playing? What are you playing at, cadet? What is the meaning of this subordination? Thrusting some photographic print and my mustache. Inconsistency, sir. I mean, yes. There's a clear inconsistency here. Yes. What nonsense! You think, what can this pin possibly tell us that we didn't already know? Oh my god, I lost the voice. Well, obviously, that, I know what I want to say, but the words just won't come out of my mouth. I think this proves beyond any doubt, Your Excellency, that there is no place for an amateur student here in the grand courtroom. It's so frustrating. Asoki, help me! Thank you. Oh, please. Surely this doesn't require an explanation. It couldn't be more plain. Ooh! Is this the gramophone, Kazuma? Asogi, is this the legendary gramophone that they bring out to play the themes? To spell it out would be an insult to the court. Kazuma, what? What are you talking about? It's apparent from a single glance at the photographic print. It's weird that they're not saying photograph. Photographic print presented by the defense. But there's a clear discrepancy here. With the sergeant's statement. Right? Sergeant, oh god, Aisa Nosa. There's always a pun. I'll have to think about it. Sergeant Aisa Nosa. Yes, sir! What, sir? The statement you just made was this. The black uniformed varsity cadet fired on the English civilian, and from the back, the coward little weasel. Yes, sir! Affirmative, sir! I witnessed the crime with my own military grade eyes, sir!
Yes!
But no, that just can't be. And why not, cadet? Because... Take a close look at the print. The victim, Dr. Wilson, died from a bullet wound to the chest. Sergeant, according to your witness statement, the culprit shot the victim from behind. And that is the obvious discrepancy here. Well, how do you explain it? What the? What was that? Something just popped up from behind his back, but he pushed it down again. Certainly, there's a clear discrepancy with the facts here. Would you not agree, Sergeant Nosa? Yes, sir. At this junction, that would appear to be indisputable. Until the moment I heard the firearm discharge, my eyes were firmly fixated on the delicious La Carnival steaks, sir. What? The last testimony the current heard has proven one thing beyond all reasonable doubt. This witness, Sergeant Aisa Nosa, did not see the defendant firing a gun at all. That's absurd. I think the conclusion we draw here is simple. There is no place for an amateur prosecutor here in the grand courtroom. Yeah! Oh! Wow! Wow, is that like an achievement? There's been a complete turnabout in the mood of this trial, just from that one discrepancy. So this is what being an ace... Oh, they said the name! This is what being an ace attorney is all about. But I definitely saw him. That university cadet there, he pointed that firearm directly at the victim's back.
Yes!
But I never fired the gun. I just picked it up off the floor. And you, old man, you didn't see the moment the victim was shot either? Myself, I've already been quite clear. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for treasure. Treasure? Indeed, the Horiara Koban, my prized coin. On each occasion when I visited the restaurant, it is my habitude to place it in my bosom pocket, a particular trinket of interest from my shop, Rasute. In the hope of meeting a rich diner who might like to buy it from you? On the day under scrutiny, it was to the military man that I preferred my Hawaii treasure. Believed that he would purchase such a rare find, I did not, but I was presented with a little alternative, and then, after averting my eyes for the briefest of moments, it was there no more. It simply vanished. The Koban vanished? Hunting around under the table I was, in case mayhap it had fallen here, there, and then what had happened? You heard the gunshot, you mean? Indeed I did, but I heeded it not, for who was concerned only with finding my absconded RA treasure. Nothing could distract me. Out of interest, did you find the coin in the end? No. I see. That laminated day, the precious Hori Kaban was lost to me. No doubt, some unscrupulous scoundrel pocketed the prize coin for himself. Oh, he's accusing you, bro. As I'm sure everyone presented is aware, this case demands a swift, indecisive resolution. Our government has promised to send a full report to Great Britain by telegraph this afternoon. Nonetheless, the witness testimony this court has just heard was inconclusive, no matter how subservient our government feels it must be to the British. It would be unforgivable to deliver a verdict on this trial right now. What is your position, Prosecutor Aochi? Worry not, Your Excellency. The defendant may have fled a tiger in the front gate, but he'll find a wolf at the back. My witnesses have further testimony to make. Explain. Upon hearing their next statement, it will become abundantly clear that there is only one person who could have possibly have committed this despicable crime. The equally despicable defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. What? He really seems to have a despicable opinion of you, doesn't he? Oh. Very well. The court invites the witnesses to testify again. You will thoroughly explain the reasoning behind the prosecution's allegation. Is that clear? As clear as curricula glass, Your Excellency. Yes, sir. I want sir. Awaiting testimony. Awaiting signal to testify, sir. Excuse me, but there's something or someone peeking out over your shoulder, I think. Affirmative. The newest member of the Noso family to rise up through the ranks, sir. Name, Ido. Ido Nosa. It would seem that those straps are a sign of the sergeant being too strapped to afford a nanny. Ido. Attention! Your father is there to quell the enemy. Watch and learn, my boy. Witness testimony. The true culprit. Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it's almost the same thing. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in the black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed they were the only personnel present. Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Dining by himself. Okay. Oh, they even brought back the hourglass? Yo, that's wacky. Okay, I was making sure. Therefore, no one other than the black uniform cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Oh, the testimonies are certain,
Yes!
compelling. Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of the outburst already. But there was a woman. There was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her.
Objection!
If you call yourself a lawyer, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. You are not here to listen to your fantasies. Oh. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. Oh, we're about to fucking destroy. Oh, here we go. Prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is that a photograph print of the scene of the crime, counsel? I'm about to annihilate this theory, bet. Indeed, of the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. Wait a minute. That looks like a completely different steak. I guess you can't see, but... Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Indeed, at the table at which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident, it is plainly to be seen there's only one place set. There's only one plate set. Plate set? Am I dumb? One place set. Is that one? Is that correct? Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in company of anyone present. This doesn't make any sense. The court will add this new photographic evidence to the record. Oh, we're about to annihilate this with this somehow. I don't understand what's going on here. It's just not possible that no one else saw the woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. That's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that Wimbledon telegraphed the report to Great Britain at one time after all. The witness testimony we just heard. There's no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know. The ink is still fresh on the treaty with Great Britain. To think that Takatsuchi Ouchi, will have contributed to the immunity of these two great empires is an honor. Oh, whoa, he's already doing the yo, the apple does not fall too far from the tree, am I right, boys? How could this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. We cross-examine. Stand tall, Ryunosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, because the defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness. Please make it quick, understood? Do you see how, like, I start off by, like, I got sushi to attend to. I start off, like, reading it normally, and then I get really deep when I'm doing the judge, because I forget that is what he sounds like. Tisk! World can be so unabetting at times. I wonder if there's a contradiction. Let me run through. Oh, they brought back the swords! I didn't notice that in the first cross-examination. Okay, this is me just clearing through it so we don't... Okay, so there has to be... It hasn't told us to press yet. I mean, we can press. And I know it's more content, but that's not... I don't know. I'm here to actually play the game. Content comes a second, but... Okay. Okay, let's reread this, just to reread it without the voice. What I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was charged, it's almost the same thing. I don't think that's right. As pointing his gun at the foreign man, he was that young lad in black. That much I did see myself. Furthermore, a visual search of the premise at the time confirmed there is only one personnel present. Indeed, alone he was the Englishman dining all by himself. Therefore, no other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman over and out. Alright, let's look at... I wish present... Well, okay, just don't accidentally hit X. Me. Like, there has to be... some kind of, like, difference, right? The forks are kind of in different locations, but I don't think that'll fly. No, they're in the same place. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to press then. Entrance. Oh my god, that's the right English names. Thanks. Alright, time to press, I guess. Okay. All of these seem kind of suspicious. No, that's not the same thing at all. For a start, I didn't fire a gun. You have a difference of opinion on that. The opinion of a uniformed officer versus that of a fledgling cadet. I don't think so. Consider this, defense. Just a moment ago, I blinked. Did you? Did you see it? Did you see me blink? How could I? And yet, undeniable fact that I did blink. So there you have it. Have what? Tension! The sound of the firearm rang in my ears, and the very next moment, I saw you waving the gun at the Englishman. I think that said it all, don't you? And let's not forget that the antique dealer witnessed the accused in the most incriminating position as well. Isn't that so, Korikuda-san? Okay.
Yes!
Yes, it may be true that I was holding the gun at the point in time, but I've told you already, that's only because I picked it up off the floor. Well, obviously, as the culprit, that's the only way you can explain it away. I just finished drinking my coffee and I was about to leave the restaurant when I noticed a gun on the floor at Dr. Wilson's feet, so I picked it up. And at exactly that moment, bang! A gunshot rang in my ears. I'm full of events beyond our control, life is. Sorry? What do you mean? In your case, you found a pistol on the floor and picked it up, which precipitated this testing predicament. Whereas conversely, I failed to pick up the carbine from the floor and find myself in an equally testing predicament as a result. Anyway, the fact remains myself, I did see you, with pistol in hand, standing over the foreigner. If nothing gets added, I am so fucked. Okay, because I'm dumb as shit. Yeah.
Yes!
You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there.
Objection!
If you have been at pains to point out time and again that I'm feeling callous in my ear. Ugh. And yet, no one appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. Oh, if only there'd been more people dining there at that time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time between lunch and dinner at any restaurant. Is it? I know, of course, the place is almost empty. That's what you expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of time to eat. I wonder if there's a reason why the victim was eating at that time of day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there is indeed a reason. Wait a minute. There was? Thank you. This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is this, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Huh. At a clinic? Yeah, there would appear to be an entry for the date in question. That reminds me of Hottie Clinic. November 19th, noon to past 1 p.m. To pass 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went to a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before it, as it really had no bearing on the case. I wonder. What do you think, Ryunosuke? Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request it for it to be entered at the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report to be submitted as evidence or not? Ask for it to be submitted.
Yes!
He raises his hand. If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The card has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movement prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern.
Objection!
Oh, got him. Whether or not that's any concern is up to us to decide. We have the right to explore all possible avenues. I beg your pardon? You have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. Very well, the court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It's the most disturbing trend. They're like, oh shit, they're using their rights, boys. I can't get them out. Officer, kindly add victim's medical report card to the court record. Victim's medical report card has been added to the court record. Thank you. What we need now is new clues. My bad. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but it's the day after the festival already for you. Or perhaps you've forgotten that these witnesses' testimony leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korikuda-san. Alright, let's read this in detail. Wait. I can't read it? Read it? I thought it would be something really important. Oh no.
Yes!
So you actually saw with your own eyes, did you? The victim, Dr. Wilson, dining alone. That I did. Forgive me for the position I place you in. The testimonies of the old man, the soldier, and the waiter all agree on this point. Isn't that interesting? Let us not forget the incontestable evidence we have to support their statements as well. So it can clearly be seen. There must be something off in this photo. As it can clearly be seen, there's only a single beefsteak on the victim's table, a meal for one. No. The antique dealer, the sergeant, and the waiter who testified before. It's not impossible that they're all lying. But if so, then why? If I'm perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea. Okay, hold on, okay. Not just fast.
Yes!
Sir. Why aren't you telling the truth? What did you say, cadet? I clearly remember. Yeah, flashback. Let's flashback. There's a woman sitting across the table from the professor. Perhaps one of you might not have noticed, but for both of you to have failed to see the professor's dining companion, it's just not possible. Oh, you guys are lying to this court, bruh. Unfortunately for you, Defendant Naruhodo, it is not just a case of these two witnesses alone. Sorry. The waiter, whose testimony the court heard earlier, clearly stated the same thing. He also said the victim was alone. That's right. Precisely. In other words, you are the sole proponent of this phantom lady. But if such a woman were indeed present at the scene, the prosecution demands to see proof. And if no such proof exists, the prosecution demands that no further mention of this phantom woman be made. A blatant waste of the court's time. There's nothing I can say to that. Sogi, help me. I may have played all the Ace Attorney games, but I'm still dumb as heck. Excellent work, Ryunosuke. We've gleaned some new information now. Yeah, but I don't feel like it changes much. I can't see that it brings any real discrepancies to light. I wouldn't be so sure. Let me see that medical report card you got before, don't you? Oh, you mean this? I don't speak Japanese, Asogi. Could you translate that? This brand new piece of evidence, so perhaps we should examine it in a little more detail. Oh, you bitch. Okay. How exactly? You notice that some pieces of evidence bear a magnifying glass. They're the ones you may examine. Per se, you can take a closer look at the piece in question. Use. Okay, I got you. Oh, okay. Rotate the evidence in all directions and examine it from all angles. By using, yeah, I can inspect. Okay, alright, Asogi. You can move the crosshairs around to hunt for clues that may have been missed before. They really thought of a good way to get this into a controller. The crosshairs start to pulsate. Press A to investigate further. So, partner, I think you should take a closer look at the medical report card. See if there isn't anything new to be learned by examining it in more detail. Oh, alright, I see what I can do. I need to use that. Yep.